Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Now, I wasn't actually going to make a video at all today, and I do have start of a bit of a cold, so apologies if my voice is a bit weird. But I came across this question on the Telegram group by Jim Bob Squarepants over here, and he asked, anyone think Litecoin will go even lower or dot? And that really had me thinking. I went over to have a look at Litecoin, and what I found was absolutely crazy, and it just blew my mind. The potential behind the relationship between Bitcoin and Litecoin for making ridiculous amounts of wealth in your life over the next 5 years, and what would have happened if you'd started out with just a mere $300 5 years ago, what you could have turned that in today, and what that would likely maybe be a year or two from now. And obviously, it's nice to say this is what could have happened. However, this trend is so predictable that you could actually use this over the next 5 years and get exactly the same results. It really doesn't matter. It's just a case of doubling up your cash every single time we go through this very similar, very predictable Bitcoin and Litecoin sequence. Let's take a look. So when we're looking at this chart here of Litecoin and Bitcoin, you can see we don't have a lot of data at all to be looking at, and that's because we're on Coinbase. So what you're going to want to do, looking at a weekly chart here, not hourly or daily or anything like that. So we're looking at weekly because we want a very long time period. Is we don't want to use Coinbase because it hasn't actually been around for that long. So if we have a look instead for Poloniex, because that's been out for years and years and years, we can see we come all the way back here to January 2014, and we can see the price of Litecoin very, very high when it started, came down to this level, all the way up here, down, up, and so on, all the way through. And you can see quite clearly that we have a time here at the bottom where Litecoin gets very, very cheap, and would have been amazing to have bought it before. And I think going forward, whenever Litecoin does get around this sort of 0.0055 region, it's probably going to be a very good time to start acquiring some Bitcoin. And likewise, whenever it goes over this 0.0179 region, a very good time to start selling off your Litecoin. As this has happened 5 times, 5 really good buy times to actually have bought Bitcoin, and 5 really good times to actually sell Bitcoin over a 5-year period. Okay, now it wouldn't have worked out that good because like this here, you would have bought here, maybe sold here, bought here, sold here, and then we didn't really come down far enough to have actually bought any at that really great price before it went back up again. And same where we are right now, where Jim Bob Squarepants is asking, is it going to go any lower? Maybe perhaps he's thinking, should I sell right now? And as you can see here on the chart, should Jim Bob Squarepants sell his Litecoin right now? Is it a good time to sell Litecoin, or is this the time? Are we in a place where maybe you're asking the question, should you start buying Litecoin? Well, let's go take a look at the numbers now and see how it all stacks up. What we have here is our buy price, so we're buying whenever price falls down around the sort of 0.0055 price, and we're going to sell off whenever it gets up to 0.017, and that actually gives us a 209.09% return on our investment every single time. Remember, this has done this 5 times pretty much over the last 5 years, and what that means is if we start off here in 2014 with just one single Bitcoin, and it doesn't have to be one single Bitcoin, but we'll get into that in just a minute, we'd have been able to sell the same year and doubled our Bitcoin up to 2.1. And then 2015, pretty much same again. 2016, same again. 2017, there was actually only a buy signal. We never managed to sell it the same year. We would have sold it in 2018, but by which time we've now got 19 Bitcoin, okay? And then 2019 now, hopefully we might actually come to a time when we can actually buy it again, and then next year maybe sell it, and then you'd be doubling all the way up to about 40 Bitcoin. And I know that looked really good in Bitcoin, but what does that actually mean in cash? So back in 2014, Bitcoin was probably around just about $300. I know I bought one, I think, in 2015 for around that price, so I'm sure That's about what it was. So your portfolio back then would have looked at $300 worth of Bitcoin. And then by 2020, so next year, if Bitcoin should go up to 22,000, which given the coin halving and, the up and down of the market, I'm pretty sure at some point we might hit around there. That would give you just shy of $1 million worth of Bitcoin, i.e. the 40 Bitcoins worth, if you had been following that strategy. And if we go down to 2021, imagine you've still got that 40 Bitcoin, but in 2021 we've had the coin halving. We're then at the 1 year point after the coin halving, which is when Bitcoin normally peaks before it goes back down again. So if it does peak around $80,000, then you would have $3.2 million worth right there. And just imagine that by 2021, during that time period, you've had a chance to actually double up again. So rather than just 40 Bitcoin, you've actually got 80 Bitcoin by 2021. Because you've doubled up following this price pattern, you've actually then got 6.4 million. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that you should have bought it back then, because basically back then, back in 2014, you didn't have all of this previous price data to actually know where those limits were going to be. What I'm saying is right now we can see those limits. We now know the price we need to be buying Litecoin, and we know the price that we need to start selling off our Litecoin. So you now have the information, and what you do with it is going to be up to you. But I'm pretty sure the people which actually take this and run with it in 5 years from now, you're probably going to be in a very good place. And for those people that just want to comment down below about what load of nonsense it is, then fair enough, you can do that if you so wish. But we'll see where you are in 5 years' time. And now it's time for me to share with you my results from following the trading signals. I say following, I wasn't really following all that well, as you'll see. So this is my Instagram account, and I have actually got somebody pretending to be me on Instagram. There's no posts on there. They were trying to scam some people on Facebook or something, but so be aware of that. If you do try following me on Instagram, make sure it is the correct account that you can see right here. Anyway, moving on. This is the how much can I make in 8 weeks trading crypto. So all I was doing is basically using our crypto signals, which are over here on our website, and you can see I was just using these daily signals here. At the minute it's all wait out, basically sell everything off except for Dogecoin there, maybe buy some Ethereum Classic today. I've not bought any Ethereum Classic, I'll be honest. And that is pretty much how my trading has gone. I've been very, very relaxed with it, not really following the signals as I should do. In fact, you can see here that Chainlink was up 85%. I was actually away on holiday for those couple of weeks, part of the 8 weeks, pretty early on. I missed out on that. Also, basic attention token as well came up really high. I missed out on that one as well because the exchange I was using doesn't actually have basic attention token on there as an option, so I missed out on that. So yeah, and I'm kind of been very busy as well, so I've just been working very hard, just doing a lot of web codey type stuff that I've just not really actually followed the signals very well, just being honest. Okay, and this is the results. So on day one, as you'll see on the video on that Instagram feed, I started off with this here, the 0.115. Now I did originally start off with 0.1, but I only actually started this 8 week challenge at that time. And as it went on, we went to day 2, day 6, day 7. I was looking pretty good. And day 8, 0.26, 0.9, day 15, 1.3. And that's where I stayed for quite a while, was around the sort of 1.3 mark. And then recently 1.37, and day 56, which is the end of the 8 weeks, was 0.1464. Up, I think, over the 8 weeks, about 30%, which is not too bad. Since about August, when I actually started the account with just the 0.1, obviously up about 46% there, just following those very easy to follow crypto signals over on Moocharoo.ninja. What's that? Oh, it's a buy signal on the Master Ninja's signals coming through there. Yeah, I shouldn't say what that's all about. Anyway, yeah, so I was very relaxed about it, not really following all of the signals. Obviously, some I couldn't follow, and I still am up 46%. Now, if that was on the stock market and I was working for one of these bankers, investment banks, 46% for the year would be awesome. And I'd have a great bonus, and I could just take the rest of the year off. But obviously in crypto, it's really not that big a deal at all, which is why I say Bitcoin and Litecoin, a day will come when this stuff isn't going to be possible anymore with crypto. Right now, because it's all so young, you've got this opportunity. You can take it and you can run with it, or you can sit around and waste your time and miss out completely. It's up to you guys. Anyway, so I just wanted to share my results with you over those 8 weeks, because next year we will be doing this as a challenge that you can do on Moocharoo.ninja, and maybe have some sort of prizes or rewards or something. We haven't worked all of that out just yet, but that's what we're working towards there. That was just using the standard signals, not the master ones. I was actually still building the master signals at the time. So my next 8-week challenge, hopefully I should be doing a lot better. It really wouldn't be hard. You know, I could just actually start with following the signals would be good enough. And now for something completely different. So now we're going to be talking about some tax stuff, and this is all about the IRS over in the USA. So this is an article that I saw today, and it's about some guidance here, tax treatment, cryptocurrencies. I think maybe stuff's changed out there with the IRS from what I presume. So I'll leave a link for this down below in the description. I couldn't be bothered reading it myself because obviously I'm not in the US, so I don't really, I'm not going to look into that too deeply. But if you are from the US, you might need to check that out. If you're from the UK, then you probably already know about capital gains tax. So with cryptocurrencies now, there's been a lot of fear out there that they've come out with this guidance for capital gains, saying that every single transaction you have to take note of it, and it doesn't really give a minimum. In fact, it says every single transaction you need to be taking note of the fees that you've paid on it, take note of absolutely everything. And obviously if you're using cryptocurrencies like I do, where you're using it to pay for a lot of like microservices and all types of stuff, then a lot of times you don't know what the exchange fees were and how much it cost for the mining fees and all this stuff. So it gets very, very annoying. But I've been digging into some tax stuff this week regarding capital gains, and I come across this page here on the HMRC or .gov website. And it does say down here what you pay it on. So you pay capital gains tax on, again, when you sell or dispose of most personal possessions worth £6,000 or more apart from your car. So I am guessing, bearing in mind I'm not a tax advisor, so don't take my word for it. I've not actually checked this with a tax advisor yet, but I am guessing that although it doesn't mention it in this guidance on crypto assets that HMRC or whoever it was that put that out, is it the FCA? FSA? Yeah, I think so. Really, you can tell I'm not an advisor. I'm not a professional in this stuff. But I would imagine, from what I'm reading there, yes, crypto is now considered an asset, a possession, which is due capital gains. However, capital gains only matters if the amount of the whatever it is that you're selling is worth more than £6,000. So all those microtransactions, I'm guessing we don't need to worry about it. Please feel free, comment down below if I'm wrong or you've got some more information on that. Do let us know. But I'm guessing from what I am reading here that I can forget about all those microtransactions. I don't need to account for it. Fingers crossed that is true. Anyway, What else we've got here is some news about BitGreen. So if on Satoshi's minds you own a stake in BitGreen, you'll know that these masternodes have been down for quite some time. They had some sort of security issue with their network. They've now moved to a whole different network. The old network, the old wallets, they're all now completely dead as of a couple of days ago, and we're waiting for the new wallet to be released. Once that is released, we can set up the new masternodes after the token swap. And I should imagine at that time, as is with usually the case with a token swap, coin swap, whatever, the price tends to go up. So it could be a good time to get out of the market, or it could be a good time to just do the swap and then hopefully we'll see BitGreen actually go back up again in value. So that's some good news if you're holding a BitGreen. And generally, if you don't know what BitGreen is, you might want to check it out. It is actually quite a good project, so I hope or wish them all the best. And lastly, just because it's the end of the week, it is Friday, I felt like, yes, okay, cryptocurrency calendar. If you haven't ordered one already, please do go ahead and check out the promo link on our website where you can go and get yourself one. I'll probably leave a link down in the description below for that if you do want to get yourself one of them. But just check out some of your comments here. We said, awesome job, love the calendar. Thanks, Ben, great videos. Here we go from Andrew. Hi, Ben, great channel, mate. I was thinking of swapping some XRP for Bitcoin. When do you think would be a good time to do it? P.S. I won't hold you to it. So, Andrew, let's go check out XRP and take a look. So first up, over here on CoinMarketCap, we can go down, have a look at XRP, and we can see it's down 3%. Bitcoin's down 6%, so it's not doing as bad against the US dollar as Bitcoin. So I'm suggesting we're probably going to find that XRP should be up right now against Bitcoin. Yep, as I thought. So this is the daily chart on XRP Bitcoin. It does look pretty good. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to see the start of a bottom here. So that could be a trend line coming in there. However, that isn't really confirmed. We're only actually looking at 2 points there. So, you know, there's no reason to say that it's not going to come down. Maybe rest on top of this support over here. So yeah, Bitcoin or XRP, I'm not too sure. I don't really see anything which suggests to me that there's a definite bottom there for XRP. And I think when you look at their whole business with Ripple and all of the products that they've got, the one thing I did love about XRP is they do have a really good use case, or at least Ripple has a great use case. Honestly, I think with XRP, if you haven't already watched it, watch my video. I did a very in-depth review on XRP and Ripple and XRapid and all of that stuff, going through in real terms how many XRP tokens they actually need, even if they took over all of Swift's business. Because XRP is so super fast compared to Swift, how many XRP tokens they actually need, and then therefore what sort of relationship that would have with the price of XRP, and the fact that they've still got 55 billion of them sat in there. Yeah, so check out that video, and I don't really see any fundamental reasons to be buying XRP. And looking at the chart, I really don't see any technical reasons why you might want to be buying XRP right now. But, you know, XRP, it can be pretty volatile at times, and it just sort of goes off like a rocket for seemingly no reason at all. So I be honest, myself, I always have a little bit of XRP set aside just in case it does hit one of those super volatile spikes upwards. But, you know, I'm not sort of a hardcore all-in XRP guy. Anyway, that is it for this week. I hope that wraps it up. Just a little fun video to end the week. As I said, I wasn't actually going to do this video. Please do leave some comments down below. I should be having a look through and maybe reading your comment out in the next video. But hey, that's it for now, and I shall see you all again next week.